In my hands, I hold a Transformers Legacy Hasbro exclusive Thesaurus. Now, why am I showing this at the beginning of a Fortnite cosmetic video? It's because this figure inside this box has the exact same principles as the Fortnite seasonal cosmetics. In order to get access to it, there was a paywall, it's an exclusive, and this will never be released again. However, although there are a lot of similarities between the release of this and how Fortnite collab cosmetics are released every season in the Battle Pass, there's one big glaring difference, which at first glance makes it look like it defeats my own argument that I'm going to make in this video. But more on that later. Now, before I tell you why I think Fortnite cosmetics should never return to the item shop, let me make the strongest case I can for the people that disagree with me. And for those who have the differing perspective from me, tell me if I did your argument justice after hearing this. It's not fair that people who didn't play the game at a specific time can't have access to their favorite characters. Popular collab characters either shouldn't be allowed in battle passes, or they should be available for people to purchase 2 months after the battle pass is completed. Epic Games is just being greedy, using dirty tactics like Fomo to get people to play their game with their battle pass system. And finally, anyone who disagrees with these earlier points cared too much about the exclusivity over some pixels in a game. Now, at first glance, those arguments might seem damning, but they're very weak, and I'm going to explain to you why. Let's start with the first argument, which is it's not fair that people can't have access to their favorite characters because they didn't play Fortnite at a specific time. I think what a lot of people need to understand is that it's not about an issue of something being fair or not. Sometimes things are just the way that they are. But more importantly, I think people need to understand that there is value in exclusivity. Not giving everybody everything they want all the time is actually a good thing, not just for people in general, but for your brand. But I don't want to get too deep into that yet because we're going to revisit that topic in a little bit. I think for a lot of the characters that we've seen in previous battle passes, there's a good chance of these guys coming back to the item shop. Now, I know for some that probably won't be the case, and it might not be the case for a while. But even then, I don't think that that's strong enough of a reason to release the old cosmetics and make them return to the item shop for people to purchase. Let me give you an example of a character that was a battle pass exclusive that I know will come back to Fortnite at some point in a different way. By now, it's pretty clear that I'm a huge Transformers fan, and having Optimus Prime in the Battle Pass was one of the coolest things for me. However, I will admit that for other Transformer fans that might be coming to Fortnite for the first time, it does suck that they won't be able to get the leader of the Autobots until Epic makes a new skin. However, when I saw the Optimus Prime that we were getting in the Battle Pass, I knew that that was not the best version of that character. There are way cooler versions of Optimus Prime that Fortnite can release, and on top of that, they'd be dumb not to. Optimus is a character that's kind of like Spider-Man in the sense that there are thousands of different versions of him. I am not joking. The amount of Optimus Primes that exist are actually insane. Next year is the Transformers 40th anniversary, so it would not surprise me if we get some new G1 styled Optimus Prime that we can purchase in the item shop. And once again, they've already done something like this with Spider-Man. But Clark, it's not that specific version of Optimus Prime or that specific version of Spider-Man. We want that one. Well, unfortunately, if you weren't around to play at the time, you can't get that one. And quite frankly, that's okay. That version of Spider-Man or that version of Optimus Prime was only available for people who were playing the game at that time. I get the impression that a lot of your guys' parents never said no to you and you're just completely spoiled and think that you should just be able to get whatever you want whenever you want it. But let's say you concede that point. Let's say you agree with me. You say, all right, Clark, fine. The old skins should never come back, but for any battle pass moving forward, they should never have a single collab in them again. In my opinion, collabs are the main driving force on why a lot of people are purchasing battle passes now. And that makes Fortnite's player base do one of two things. You either have to grind out the battle pass, which makes you play the game longer, or you have to spend more money on the battle pass initially to get what you want. And if I'm being completely transparent with you guys, the only people that ever have a problem with this are people that have no self-control. What a lot of people have to remember is that Fortnite is a free-to-play game, so they need to incentivize people to play their game as much as possible. Now, the counter-argument I've heard of this is, well, Fortnite should just be a fun game in general. They shouldn't have to use cheap fear tactics to make people want to play their game. Well, to be fair, Fortnite already did that and proved that they could do it when we had the first, 10 seasons of Fortnite. OG Fortnite Chapter 1, that business model has already been proven. Now, Epic's goal is to expand to a wider audience. Also, because of the saturation of Fortnite cosmetics and battle passes over the years, there has to be something new and exciting about them to draw people to continue to buy them. If it was all just original skins, I guarantee you, Epic would not sell as many battle passes. But Clark, Epic would make so much more money if they sold these skins in the item shop 2 months after the season ended. I don't think that's entirely true. Once again, you have to remember, this is a free-to-play game, and if this is your first time ever playing Fortnite and you're buying into a battle pass for the first time because Peter Griffin is in it, and you don't want to spend the 40 or 50 bucks to get all the V-Bucks you need to get them right away, well, that's going to require you to play this brand new game for a lot longer, which in Epic's mind hopefully is getting you addicted to playing the actual game. That way, after you get Peter Griffin, you continue to enjoy playing the game after the fact. Not to mention, think of it this way. People that have no self-control, that want to get the tier 100 or the tier 70 collab skin or wherever it is, they end up spending more money on V-Bucks than they would have if it was just a 2,800 to 4,000 V-Buck bundle. To say that Epic Games would make more money is not entirely true. It also de-incentivizes people from grinding out the battle pass. The other thing you have to realize is that Epic understands the longer people play their game, the more likely they are to spend more money on it. For example, there are probably people that paid for Peter Griffin, played for about a week or two, and then completely dipped and haven't touched Fortnite since, and probably won't touch it for another couple of years, or until the next round of OG Fortnite comes out. However, the people that are patient, that are just playing the game, getting used to it, enjoying it, and grinding it out, those people are gonna have to play for several days, or maybe even several weeks. And in that amount of time that they're playing, the item shop is going to recycle daily. And there's a good chance that with all the collabs that Fortnite has, there's going to be something else outside of Peter Griffin that you like that you'll want to purchase. You have to understand that the seasonal collab is just the dangling carrot over the donkey's head. Yes, that's the North Star that's guiding you, the one thing that you're grinding to get, but there's also all these other things that can grab your attention that you have as an option to purchase. Finally, sometimes it's not about making more money, sometimes it's about the integrity of your brand. Let me give you an example. Why do you think I don't do Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships or mobile game sponsorships on this channel? Do you guys honestly think I haven't been approached by companies to do sponsorships like that? Although I could probably make a lot more money than I do, I'm very selective with the brands that I take because I want to make sure that whatever I have that's going to be a sponsor on this channel or on my TikTok, it has to be something that either I personally really enjoy and believe in, or something that I think my audience can use. And right now, I think taking on a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship would hurt me more than help me. Which is why today's sponsor is actually me. Outside of liking the video and subscribing to the channel, which I already know you've done by this point in the video, I also have merch available for you to buy in the pinned comment down below. That's right, get your exclusive Clark Clint Zesty merch today for a limited time only. This may not be here forever. I don't know. I might keep it forever. I might not. It depends on how zesty y'all get, okay? Look at the link in the description, all right? Now, after dissecting those last two arguments, you may think that this actually supports your third, which is this just proves that Epic Games is greedy and they use cheap tactics like fear of missing out. That's essential to their battle pass structure. They know that by presenting these skins as exclusive, this makes people want to play their game more, and it's incredibly predatory and it's incredibly deceptive, and how dare they do something so dirty? I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. All these arguments where you're moral grandstanding and virtue signaling over Epic Games, talking about how dirty and evil of a company they are while also continuing to play their game every day, it doesn't really mean much to me. And on top of that, the argument is really weak. I think people hold Epic Games to a standard that they don't hold any other company to. Do you get upset at McDonald's when they release the McRib for a limited amount of time? Do you get mad at Walmart when they have sales on old product that they're trying to get rid of that'll never return to the store again? Should we start boycotting Hasbro because they have crowdfunded projects like the Hasbro Thesaurus? Fomo isn't just a smart marketing tactic, but it's essential to Fortnite's business model as a free-to-play game. The only people that are quote-unquote hurt by FOMO are people that have no self-control, or they put too much weight on seasonal cosmetics. Take it from someone who knows I have over 700 Fortnite skins, and before I ever became a Fortnite content creator or a hashtag Epic partner, and either my fans were gifting me skins or I had Epic sending me free skins, I was buying them all with money out of my own pocket. Listen, I want to make this clear. I don't want to keep cosmetics exclusive because I want to keep my skins rare. I want to keep them exclusive for the sake of the game. If you get rid of FOMO, or if you get rid of these skins being in battle passes, you're completely destroying one of the reasons why people purchase the battle pass in the first place. And more importantly, you're completely destroying the reason why people grind out a battle pass. That's honestly part of the fun of Fortnite. And I know that some people are already in the comment section typing and disagreeing with me. That's totally fine. If you don't like having to grind it out every season, then go ahead and pay for the $89.99 V-Bucks so you can get your Peter Griffin really fast. And if you're mad that you have to pay that much, either grind it out or go play a different video game. It's that simple. Maybe you've grown as a person to where you don't enjoy the system anymore, and if you don't, that's totally fine. But you have to understand, if you want Fortnite to stay a free-to-play game and also get as many updates as we get on top of all the other game modes that just got added to Fortnite, these systems need to stay. It's quite frankly a genius business model and is what separates Fortnite from the competition. When it comes to the topic of FOMO, I don't believe these tactics are morally okay because everyone else is doing them. I believe they're morally okay because there's nothing intrinsically wrong with offering something for a limited time. Wanting to offer something special to your fans or to your audience for a small window in time is not a bad thing, and it's not Epic's fault that you weren't able to purchase it within that time frame. Well, listen, Clark, as great as some of your arguments may sound, all you've done is prove that you're one of those people who clearly cares too much about the cosmetics. You're putting too much priority in pixels. Unlike us on the other side of the argument who also care entirely too much about pixels. If exclusivity doesn't matter that much to you, then just let people keep their exclusive skins and either wait for a new version of the skin to get released or just don't play anymore. What we all need to realize here is that regardless of what side of the fence you sit on, we all care about exclusivity. The biggest issue that I personally have is people virtue signaling and trying to vilify Epic because they can't get access to something that they want really, really, really bad. And finally, to put a nail in the coffin, I think it's ridiculous to get mad at a company because they're trying to turn a profit on a product that they're initially offering you for free. You could never spend a single dime in Fortnite and get the same experience that people who have thousands of cosmetics do. Now, I will admit there's one small flaw in my argument that I presented to you today, and it's related to my analogy of the Hasbro Thesaurus. Now remember, this is a crowd-funded project, which means that Transformer fans all around the world who are fans of this character put their money in to get this mold made. Once Hasbro closes funding, that's it. This figure can never be produced ever again. Just like after a season's over, those Battle Pass skins can never come back again. However, the one glaring difference is that you can go and buy this product now off of third-party sites like eBay. So if you weren't one of the lucky few who was able to purchase the product right when it was announced, if you've got the money, you can go on eBay and buy it for double or triple the cost, making it technically available for you again in the future. You can't do that with Fortnite skins. However, there is a workaround for that, and I think it's a solution that would appease both sides of this argument. I think Epic Games should create a Fortnite marketplace where people can either trade skins or can sell skins for V-Bucks. That maintains the integrity of the digital copies, not producing any more than what already exists, but on top of that, that gives newer players the chance to purchase old skins that they might have missed out on, and allows Epic to generate more revenue in the process. And listen, I understand that even that idea isn't perfect. I'm sure that there would probably be some glaring flaws with it, I just haven't thought of them yet. But regardless, this idea that we're entitled to exclusive cosmetics and that Epic needs to re-release them to do the morally right thing is completely outrageous. Not to get too philosophical here, but I think that this outrage is a reflection of our culture and how everyone believes that they should just be able to get everything immediately. That's not the way life works, and quite frankly, the older you get, the more you appreciate the exclusivity of something. The best things in life aren't meant to stay around forever. You can't always get access to the things that you want, which is what makes them inherently valuable. That's what makes them worth having. And when it comes to Fortnite, that's what makes their system fun. It is genuinely really cool to show someone who didn't play the same time as you some skins that they've never seen before, and to see them get excited about it. And on the other hand, it's really cool to see someone else have something that I don't, that I could never get access to. It's what makes our accounts different. It's what makes our stories in Fortnite different. It shows a difference in our taste. And I'm not going to stand over here and jump up and down because my friends have something that I don't, because they either had a different taste in their flavor of skins that they liked, or because they were able to play the game at a time where I didn't want to or I couldn't. Guys, sometimes you miss out on stuff, and that's okay. Believe me, there are a handful of skins that I would love to see come back that I would definitely purchase if given the opportunity, but I'm also not going to demand that Epic release those skins because I don't have them. Does it suck that you can't have access to your favorite characters? Yes, it totally can. But my recommendation to you would be one of two things. Either wait for them to remake the character or simply just move on, whether that be to another game or to a new Fortnite season. But regardless of what decision you make, quite frankly, these Fortnite collabs should just never return.